We all know who she is. She's one of Chris Watts's, I don't know what you call her, because in this she says she only meets him once. And when you actually look at her, because what it was is the reader wanted to say how much like Shanann they reminded her of, just with a different nose. And I had this memory, and you get that picture of her looking down the road or wherever she is, and you think, yeah, that's how I see her, is that. But it was only looking at the video. You're right, it does look quite like Shanann, just with a different nose. I noticed much more, which I'm going to show you as this video goes on. But then suddenly in the middle of it, their face just didn't look right. Just doesn't, I don't know, their face has changed, and I don't know, it doesn't look right. But I'm just going through this video because when I look at it, it does remind me of Shanann. And then they move. Oh, and then that person turned up. Did you see that person? There, look. Reminds me of someone on YouTube. It's just something about the eyes, even though wonky there, but it just reminds me of a channel on YouTube. Then I realised, see, this is hair, is all, this is, look at it. Anyway, it's a bit like you almost know who it is, and then suddenly it changes a bit again and again and again. I don't know, like 3 or 4 times. Then there, look, that's the Shanann part. Oh, no, we're changing again. Sorry, this is impossible. How would they catch anybody? This is supposed to be just in front of them in the police station. Anyway, just those movements reminded me quite a lot of Shanann, but it was just their body and everything which just alerted me. I just couldn't quite work out what I was looking at, and then it hit me. So we'll look at this as this person changes into other people. But if you find arrows on here, this is because I'm trying to show you as the video goes on. But it was this bit here when I stopped it, and then I realised, just look at the elbow. I mean, the shoulders. They just don't look. They just did not look right. So look at those shoulders. And a little bit later on in the video, I'm going to break it down and show you how weird it all is. I wonder if anybody can see it yet. I'm going to start putting arrows in just a minute. I almost don't think I can do the suspense, actually. I might have to tell you all. Well, first of all, then I noticed that that face is superimposed in with an outline. And then it captured someone else. So yeah, there you go. That's someone else. And I think it reminds me of Shanann Watts' neighbour, the one that's never said she didn't know her, but she's under some of the pictures. But just look what's going on. You'll see that the top of their hair, the hair doesn't match. Because it's been put in. Hello everybody, you know that I made a video about this picture the other day. Well, thank goodness for astute people and subscribers talking to me and showing me their information as well, because there's a bit more information regarding this. You know, the other day we were going through this picture because I was explaining that this is a picture of me and my son. It's just black and white. I know it's a bit dark, but it's supposed to be. There's nothing tampered with that photograph. But then when you get, obviously, when you go into the forensics of the photograph, it starts turning into, find a more colourful one, you know, stuff like this. Just completely, manipulated. We did this one the other day. Anyway, when I inverted the picture, someone was underneath. This person and this person, and they're not Shanann. And then you know something weird's going on here, because his arm actually goes, you know, you can see the arm under Bella, and you wouldn't be able to see that, so you know that this person's been superimposed on. But wait for it. This is the person underneath the photograph, but they say they don't know Shanann at all. So don't you find it very strange that it's a picture of this person underneath Shanann and she doesn't know who she is? Anyway, what's your thoughts then?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm so nice for Frederick, please start it.
Too many squats in the last couple days.
Oh, ouch. Wondering if you recognize that lady.
I haven't, I'm just from Facebook.
Okay.
I've seen her a lot on Facebook.
Okay, so you don't know, I haven't seen him around the neighborhood, anything like that?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
I wish I had.
Yeah, us too. If you happen to see her, see her kids, anything like that, if you just give us a call,
Of
email,
course.
any information that you have, obviously would be quite helpful.
Of course.
All right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It was only this person who's obviously talking with me realised when looking at one of the neighbours that it was the same person. I really didn't realise that Shanann and Chris were that friendly with their neighbours. So what's that telling you? These people, they've got to all be in on it. Okay, and if you look, because obviously this is pictures obviously a while ago, but that nose there does actually look like it could be this, and the eye, this person when they were younger. So there you go, but that definitely looks like her, doesn't it? And this is one of Chris Watts and Shanann Watts' neighbours. So what's that telling you then? Anyway, just a little part of the puzzle, and thank you so much for sending that in, subscriber. And then I realised, look, it stopped just at this moment. So her body is facing slightly one way and her head looks like it's on her left shoulder. And that's what got me. Look at the gap between here and here. And there's not the same gap here. Her shoulder's just here. This head is up one side. It's been superimposed on. That is one person's head. Can you now see? A little bit in this video. I'm going to draw lines around it to show you. It blows your mind. Why do I see these things? Why? Sometimes I wish that I was blissfully ignorant, because none of this would worry me. I'd never see it, wouldn't know it, and wouldn't care about it. And I get some really nasty messages. Calling me a drug addict is nasty. They think I'm being nasty back. But I'm not being nasty. I've never said anything horrible about these people. I'm just showing you the footage and where it's wrong. That's not my fault. That's something that whoever's done it has done it. We live in a society that never tells the truth. I'm trying to show you that that's what's happening here. It's not my fault. Just some of us can see it and others can't. But I can see it. And then this case, with this person, with some of the pictures they're showing of her, look like, wait for it, looks like this person. This is just mind-boggling and crazy, because they look like this person. Shanann's friend. This is crazy. Oh, I just go back to this, you know, the story of the emperor with no clothes. But he's trying to tell everybody he's wearing some magnificent clothes, and in fear all the people are going, "Oh yes, Majesty, you're so magnificent," when really they knew he wasn't wearing anything and they couldn't say, and it was all make-believe and fantasy. And they're oh, your beautiful jacket and all that. And then suddenly, I think it was a kid went, "Hey, he's naked." And then the people woke up and the story ends differently to how it began. But once you see it, you can't go back and pretend you didn't see it. I can't go back and pretend I didn't see that that head doesn't belong to that body. Well, something else is going on there. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they've done. I'm not an expert. All I know is that I can see the anomalies. And I mean, at times this person looks so like Shanann, just the way they move their hands. Oh yes, but look, does that look familiar? You just catch them when it's morphing around. Just look at the shape of the shoulders. Just look. Look at her right one and look at her left one. There's no way her shoulder could be up here when that one's here. It would be down, it would be further down. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this photograph to show you. So that's one person. See? And then the arm does not belong to that person. Now do you see it? Do you see that something's wrong and that they've been put in? Do you see it? I think we're going to do it again. There's the arms, all really weird. There's somebody else on the left hand side. Well, it's our left hand side, and I suppose it's their left hand side as well. Yeah, there's one person. And there's that wonky shoulder which just cannot exist. Just the way they hold their hands, everything just reminds me of Shanann. Right, it is, am I? But it just reminds us of Shanann. Mannerisms. Anyway, now I'm going to go back into this part. It's like one person. And they're just not in proportion. So there's the line at the back of the head which they seem to have cut her hair off. And there's one person, roughly. If you do it to there, you'll see, look, there's another face in there. It's like, for sure, can you see it? And of course the arms to her head and shoulders just don't look right. And there's the different coloured arms, a pink one and a much lighter one. See that rather a lot in this stuff. Anybody who's got different coloured arms is doing the same kind of thing as this, and there are other channels. Wake up everybody and smell the bacon, what's going on. And they're asking for money and getting money to lie to us. Anyway, hopefully you can see. Let's go back to a really good bit on an ending note. Let me just go back. Yes. There you go. This head does not belong to his body. Look at the shoulders. Do you see that? Please, everybody, see what's going on. Her neck is on this side of the body, right? It should be in the middle, unless she's got two heads and they're not showing one of them. There you go. Somebody put in over the top. There's their face put in. Anyway, leave your comments below.